All right, welcome to the channel. Today we're obviously in something that's not typically driven here. I'm with my assistant manager from work, Ron, aka friend Ron, and we are in his 2021 Veloster and with the dual clutch. So a lot of people are probably wondering why we're in here. I'm actually cross-shopping this, the Golf GTI, the Golf R, and the Audi S3. And it was, I think I already said this. So I want to kind of get a feel for each car. I've driven a Mark 6 GTI. I've never driven anything newer, and this will be kind of the second experience of the list. And this one's probably the most likely to happen. This is a brand I know and trust more than most, and it's a car that I've been really eager to try out. So thanks to Ron for letting me go out for a quick drive. We're going to take this thing kind of around the area I live in. Sounds so good. And go find us some lunch, because I think we're both pretty hungry. It's almost 1. Holy cow.
That's just a normal mode.
I know, and that was like not even half throttle. Now I think this makes 275 horsepower if I'm correct. So compared to the GTI, it is quite a bit faster. The GTI I drove, like I said, Mark 6, made like 210, I believe. So it matched the Sport Track in terms of horsepower, but of course demolishes it in every way. This car is very nimble. Like
if you put it in mode.
Yeah, that's done by which button?
That button, the checkerboard button. Okay. It's a whole nother car.
That opens up the exhaust as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it'll shift for you. The steering wheel gets tighter, the suspension gets tighter.
Yeah, it does.
Braking gets a lot better, and it'll automatically downshift speeds for you.
Oh, the DSG farts are real. Yeah, the steering got a lot heavier. And I've driven a non-S Mini, and it also had very similar characteristics, but this is like, it does way better of a job than the Mini does. This car inspires a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
The GTI I drove did the same thing. The Mini did not, and obviously, like this car, it's got an electronic limited slip diff. 2021, the performance pack came standard.
If you get on it, it's a whole nother, compared to normal mode, like,
yeah,
it's insane.
This thing is so fun. Already, I haven't even gotten, you know, really out of the neighborhood really yet, and it's still a ball. So I'm trying to think of some other good roads we could drive it on out here. Man, I'm going way over the speed limit. These newer cars and their electronic throttle bodies, I have a hard time telling when I'm speeding. I know just the road. I just thought about it. There's another really tight road up here. I think, yeah, Trey's here somewhere.
I didn't even know he lived over here.
Yeah, he just moved out here recently.
The van's like, nope.
I hate this spot. It's really hard to see. Holy cow. Yeah, this is definitely faster than I'm used to. I'm used to 210 horsepower and 4,000 pounds of weight. This is fun. And of course, this does have paddle shifters. 2021, they introduced the dual clutch, which Ron went with. He does have a stick car before people want to throw him into the woods. He does have a stick car. He has an HR350Z, which if you watched a recent video, I actually included a cinematic we shot of that car like five or 6 weeks ago at the end of that video. That's his full-on like race car. This is his fun, fast daily. This is technically replaced the Kia he had. Gosh, the rev match is so nice.
I love when it downshifts like that.
Wah.
As you brake, it'll just do it for you.
I'm used to having to give it gas to get up to speed on this road, and we're already speeding. I think this road's actually tighter than the one we were just on.
Really?
But it's a lot shorter. Okay, let's see. Actually, Doesn't need to put my blinker on. We're going straight.
Because it kind of looks like we're turning left.
Yeah.
It'll hug these corners, like.
I know, I can tell.
Yeah.
Looking at a little sharp. Ooh, that was a sharp turn. I don't drive this road often. This is fun.
Yeah, it's
This is a ball, dude.
Super fun on these roads.
This is a ball. So is N mode just like a individual mode, or is it just a quick switch to full track mode?
It's a quick switch to full track mode, and then you have in custom where you can customize how you want it.
Got it.
So you don't have to have the fully stiff suspension. You don't have to have the exhaust sound or anything like that.
You can give it like sport mode suspension, but with comfort mode exhaust and steering if you really wanted to.
Exactly.
This is part of why I like this road. This view right here. Pops.
The little pops, yeah.
And this has F30 BMW all over it. Like the styling is very F30, the interior is very F30. If you've been around any of the newer 335i's or something like that, this car definitely has some inspiration from that. I don't know why I braked, that was fine.
Yeah, no, you could really take it to the next level in this car. Like, I'll be whipping these corners. But I know you're driving my car, so you're
taking it easy.
Taking it easy, I get you. I'd be the same way if I was in somebody else's car.
Let's see, is there anywhere you wanted to go in Hiram or anything like that?
Oh, it didn't matter to me.
Okay, make sure I can see. This is another really odd spot on this road. The advantage of speed limit's kind of high here, so you can kind of get on it. All right, let's see what you can do. Holy cow!
Yeah, that's the in power shift when it pushes you forward. It's almost like if it's just throwing it in gear.
Yeah, like a no lift shift type thing.
Right.
That was fun. This is one of my favorite spots to do pulls when I turn on this road. I will beat the snot out of cars on this road. It was really bad when the truck was, first doing the full bolt-on stuff, because I would just floor it everywhere. And I was like, I feel bad for these guys because my truck's not very quiet. Even with cats, it's still kind of loud.
Yeah.
This is really fun though. I expected this to be a ball, but I didn't expect it to be this fun.
That's fun, yeah.
Visibility is pretty good, and that was another thing I was curious about. The back windshield's a little small, but I think that's just kind of a Veloster thing.
Yeah.
They're having that kind of coupe-ish kind of styling they went with. But forward visibility is better than I could have ever asked for. It's a very similar. I think it's better than the GTI. Side visibility is pretty solid. I know I've been hitting my camera on the roof quite a bit, but I would say it's probably about. I'd say it's better than the Mustang. The Mustang is pretty good side visibility for a coupe. Of course, this does have the asymmetrical door design. So on this side you have one large door, on the other side you have two smaller doors. Back seat space, looks pretty solid. I doubt you could fit someone who's like over 6'3" in the back pretty comfortably, but
their head might hit the roof.
Yeah, it's definitely got a more sloped back roof than the GTI does. It's definitely got that. They really wanted to kind of keep that coupe style.
Yeah.
We're gonna try the paddles out because I like these.
They're very responsive, and it's got shift lights.
Yeah, it's very responsive.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is actually snappier than the GTI.
Yeah.
And the GTIs are notorious for having really responsive paddles. Of course, this is an 8-speed transmission, so you can kind of upshift until you just get bored.
Yeah.
But of course, we've kind of gotten it to a point now where it won't go into 8th because, we're not going fast enough to need 8th. Of course, you got rev matching downshifts, which is huge plus if you've driven any torque converter cars that don't have it, like I have recently. It's just jarring not having that rev matching downshift. So, being able to just do that, it's so intoxicating. The paddles are really responsive.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think it trounces the older DSG cars, like the Mark 6. Like I said, I can't compare it to a 7 or the new Mark 8 coming out soon. This is fun. I knew it was gonna be a ball. Like, I was watching videos, like, hyping myself up all week for this, and it's definitely lived up to the expectations I had. And I love engine braking. You don't even have to use your foot half the time. And of course,
it'll leave out little pot too. I think you can downshift.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Yeah. Until I get that other exhaust.
Oh yeah. Ron is actually putting a Borla attack on this car. He's already got an intake on it. It's closed box. So usually with intakes on most turbo cars, you can hear it. But since he went closed box, it's more of a performance oriented thing than it is turbo noise. The interior is really good. A lot of people were complaining, saying, "Oh, the interior is still a Hyundai." Like, it's high quality.
Yeah. It's
not like everyone made it out to be the worst thing ever. Like we all know this is not going to be a car that you would, like, you know, I guess it'd be like, you know, people are going to be looking for an Audi in this. And even then, the interior is still very good. Like, plastics are pretty solid. I mean, I really like the design of the interior. Definitely, like I said, some BMW in there. I mean, with the screen placement, the way the center stack's done. This has Android Auto as well, and CarPlay, so that's good. That's something I really want. These things aren't terribly expensive. That's a Focus RS. Talking about rivalry right there.
right.
This car starts at around $32,000 right now for 2022, and to get the dual clutch is $34,000. There are no options on these cars. Your only choice is either you get the auto or you get the stick. There is no other choices, really. And I do like the paddles are on the wheel instead of them being on the column. Like, you know, like the GTR. That was always something that bothered me with the GTR, is that the paddles were like that. And all the construction out here. I fully expect this CR-V to try to pass.
Nope.
They don't want the smoke. Granted, we can't give them the smoke because we got this Chevy in front of us.
Right.
The pops are so fun. I'd get in so much trouble if I had one of these.
Once I get that other exhaust, it's good. The pops are gonna be more frequent and they're gonna be louder.
Yeah. Are you gonna do a catless downpipe on this car?
More than likely, yeah.
Gosh, DCT farts are some of my favorite things in the world. A lot of people find them really cringy and juvenile. I think they're freaking awesome. Like, Michael's old Scat Pack did it all the time, and I loved it. And of course, the GTI I drove did it a lot. Granted, it was not as loud as this. You know, Volkswagen kind of goes pretty tame on their exhaust setups on the GTI. Hyundai was like, nah, we want to have fun with this thing. And for those that are, you know, wanting some bit more practical, Hyundai is now offering the Kona N now. They say, the journalists I've watched drive the Kona, they say it drives very similar to this. So for those that kind of, you know, want that Veloster N-type experience, you can opt for the Kona instead, and it'll get very similar experience. And it's not like, one thing I noticed about the GTI, it was very harsh. Granted, again, it was an earlier DSG car, so it wasn't like the Mark 7, which had a lot of time to, you know, get refined. I think I shifted a little early. We're gonna go the secret back way. You okay with Wendy's?
Yeah.
I haven't had Wendy's in ages. Of course, with the N-mode screen, you get all the displays here, like your G readout and all that good stuff, which is really cool. Not stuff you get terribly often on cars like this. Most of the time when you get G meters, you're looking at stuff like the GTR, which is actually Ron's dream car. Hopefully one day he'll be able to get that R35 he wants.
Would be nice.
Yeah, it's hidden in the back. A lot of the schools out here are like that, though. That broke his neck.
What? He's like, what in the world?
Do I need to angle this over the speed bump?
No.
I can just go at it? Not like that.
Like that? Yeah, that goes.
That Prius took it fast.
Z, yeah, we wouldn't be making it over that.
Yeah, the Z would be like, I
mean, I could make it, but I would be scrubbing my exhaust.
Everything would be breaking.
Yes.
Well, this car is so just light on its feet. It's nimble. I mean, like,
yeah.
I see why you want to do mountain runs in this car.
Oh yeah, it makes like you can tell that like the car can handle it just by like how the suspension is and everything.
And of course, having the electronic diff is a plus.
Oh yeah, you can literally just gas it while taking a corner, and it'll be fine.
I would give it some gas right here, but the cops like to hide out here, and the fire department's right there. So this thing, though, definitely, I think out of all the cars I've had high expectations for, this is the one that's lived up the most to them. The GTI I drove, I had expectations going in, and in some ways it didn't live up to them. Granted, I did fall in love with that car, and I really like this probably more than I did that GTI. And you know, it's a brand I trust, and you know, I haven't had experience with modern VWs, whereas I've had plenty of experiences with, you know, Kias and Hyundais and stuff before. They're all over my family. I mean, my brother's Spectra is enough evidence of that. I know for my channel, because I've done videos on that Spectra, you guys would love to see this car for sure. I know the Stinger had some support as well. And this, I feel like I'd enjoy this more than the Stinger. It's more nimble. The Stinger's got the horsepower advantage for sure, but this has got the fun advantage. And again, I even have to hit the brakes right now to slow down.
This guy's like,
Ooh, he thought about it.
he thought about it. He definitely did.
How about no? Oh my gosh, the Wendy's. Never mind.
They're packed, huh?
Huh. Backup line? Yeah, looks like they're way too packed, and it looks like they're drive-through only right now.
You can do anything. What else?
There's a pretty nice Mexican restaurant up here.
Do that. I've never had it.
That's good. If I had more money, I'd say Longhorn, but
Shoot, I'm broke too. Gotta make this payment.
yes, sir. As car people, we are dedicated to our cars.
They come first.
I forgot this thing has launch control. I should have done that.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about this thing having it. I'll include a clip of Ron giving me launch control in this car several months ago. Good gracious. The only other time I've been in this car, actually, now that I think about it. They might be a little crowded, but it's okay. Okay, I'll just let you go ahead and back out. I'm not taking your spot, but because I don't like those spots. I like these spots.
Right. But then we'll come out and there'll be somebody parked next to us.
Oh, I'm calling it right now.
Like,
I'm gonna park actually in this spot right here because I don't want to hear that truck. See how we are. Pull up a little bit. Maybe that's perfect.
yeah.
See. I'm on the line, but it's okay.
It's all good.
Double park. Of course, you had the goodbye chime. I forgot there was a thing.
So I enabled it.
Oh, yeah. So that was fun. 3000 GT. We're going to go get some food, but I think that'll wrap up this video. We had a good old time driving this thing. And, yeah, thanks to Ron for letting me take this thing for a spin. Had a great time. Like I said, one of the very few cars that have lived up to my expectations. So, yeah, well, like I said, go follow Ron on Instagram. I'll put his Instagram on screen for you guys. And we will see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys.